This is the second in our video series of lab equipment and lab techniques. So in your kits, you all have pipettes. You have at least 10 of these pipettes. And these pipettes come with various markings on them. This is what we call a graduated pipette, meaning that it gives you precise volume markings. This top marking right here, which is closest to the bulb that you use to squeeze, is the 1 milliliter mark. This is 3/4 of a milliliter, half a milliliter, quarter of a milliliter. So this is a very precise measuring device. 1 drop also equals 1/20th of a milliliter. So we're going to talk about how to draw up fluid and then how to dispense of it. So it seems very straightforward, but there's actually a technique. So first you squeeze the bulb. You don't squeeze it when it's in here. And then you draw it up gently, making sure that there are no air bubbles in it. So here I'm drawing it up, and I've drawn it up to the 3/4 of a milliliter mark. So I have 3/4 of a milliliter, and now I'm going to dispense it into this. Now, one thing that's very important is that this tip has touched my blue liquid, and I want to make sure that if there's anything in here that I'm adding to it, that I don't contaminate my tip. So when you dispense liquid, it's really important to get it close to the bottom, close to the surface of the liquid without touching it, and then to put it out. And then if it's starting to fill up, you can pull your pipette away so that this tip never comes in contact with the liquid. And you squeeze out as much as possible. If there's some residue left over, it's barely a drop, so it's barely 1/20th of a milliliter. And then you let go of the bulb. So don't unsqueeze the bulb until you're out of the liquid. Don't squeeze the bulb. Right, so here I've dispensed a precise amount of liquid, 3/4 of a milliliter to be exact. So again, remember, squeeze the bulb before you put it into the liquid, draw it up, make sure that you do it to the mark. Here it's half a milliliter. And then once you have that amount, if you draw more than that, that's okay, because you know that that's half a milliliter. When you add it, you keep the pipette tip off the top of the liquid, and then you take it away.